Hello, my name is Myrtle Clark and I'm Managing Director of Fields of Green for All. And we have organized this GoFundMe fundraiser in order to get to Vienna in the second week of March. The reason we're going to Vienna is to attend the Commission on Narcotic Drugs. This will be the 66th session of the CND as it is known, and it is held in Vienna at the International Center, hosted by the United Nations Office of Drugs and Crime. This international journey started for Jules and I in 2016 when we attended UNGAS, which was the United Nations General Assembly special session on drugs, the big drug conference in the Big Apple. And it was there that we met people who we have become very close to since and who have become part of our Fields of Green for All international team. Since then, Jules and I attended 4 CNDs, the last one being in 2020. Then, of course, the COVID pandemic happened. We're now this year really looking forward to meeting up with our international colleagues again. We heard on a webinar yesterday that there's going to be over 2,000 civil society delegates. And this is really where a lot of very important work goes on. It's bigger picture work. Sometimes it's really difficult to put your finger on it because the outcomes are somewhat elusive. But slowly, and as Michael Kravitz, a member of our team, always said, when he started there in the late 90s, there were 2 of them members of civil society. And the fact that there's 2,000 of us now really does give credence to the fact that civil society definitely has a voice at the United Nations. And if one can look after the big picture somehow and keep one's finger on the pulse for as far as our continent is concerned and as far as our country and our communities are concerned, then that really leads credibility to our work on the ground, because we need to somehow cover everything from the vast fields of Ponderland all the way to the hallowed halls of Mordor, as we call it, in Vienna. We always learn a lot at these sessions, and we look forward to reporting back to everybody who has donated. But as you know, our economy is in tatters the world over. It's very difficult for NGOs to get funding for this type of work, particularly if you're part of a small civil society organization. Fields of Green for All has ECOSOC status at the United Nations, so there will be 10 members of our delegation attending CND in person. And then we also heard yesterday that there will not be a limit on the amount of people who can register on the online platform and actually participate and be an audience to what is going on in Vienna. So we look forward to everybody who can. Please follow our blog. We will give information on how to sign up to the Indigo platform. That is what it's called, Indico. And if you have any hassles, we're there to help. If you'd like to join under the banner of Fields of Green online, that is also possible. But these are really important meetings. Jules always used to say that they were dry and boring until he actually got there and saw how dynamic it is an event for civil society. We are also going to be hosting an online and in-person side event. This will be a follow-up to last year's side event where we discussed cannabis and evidence-based policy, and we paired that together with 2 other substances, i.e. kratom and coca, in order to demonstrate that we really need evidence-based drug policy. This year we're going to be following on with that conversation, and we're going to be speaking about how cannabis and the gains that have been made around the world can aid the Sustainable Development Goals, because as we know, the United Nations has a 2030 agenda for these goals, and we know that of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, all but 2 can be advanced by the proper re-legalization of cannabis and the responsible regulation by the various governments. So we look forward to you joining us online, but we have to get back to the point here. We need to get to Vienna. It is one of the most expensive cities in the world. So we would really appreciate your help, no matter how small it is. And we will be sure to stay in contact with updates with our campaign. And we thank you in advance for supporting this a very important work. And we love you all.